A centillion is the number that comes after 100 followed by 303 zeros. The weight of an object on Earth is approximately 100 times greater than its weight on the Moon. The number 100 is used to represent the perfect score in many contexts, such as a perfect score on a test or a perfect score in a video game. The famous novel 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez was first published in 1967. The oldest person to ever live, according to Guinness World Records, was Jean Calment of France, who lived to be 122 years and 164 days old. The term century refers to a period of 100 years, while centennial refers to a 100-year anniversary. The average human body contains approximately 100 trillion cells. The highest possible score in a game of bowling is 300, which is achieved by rolling 12 consecutive strikes. The $100 bill is the highest denomination of U.S. currency in circulation. In Hinduism, there are 108 beads on a mala, a traditional string of prayer beads used for meditation. The Neebs 100-point game was a historic basketball game in which Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a single game, setting a record that still stands today. The United States Senate has 100 members, with each state represented by 2 senators. The cent sign ASEO is a symbol used to represent 100th of a currency unit, such as a dollar or euro. The 100 Days was a period of rapid political and social change in France after the fall of Napoleon Bonaparte in 1815. The 100 Flowers campaign was a political movement in China in the late 1950s that encouraged citizens to speak out about the shortcomings of the government. The famous composer Ludwig van Beethoven composed 32 piano sonatas, and his 100th work was the Handclippering Sonata. In mathematics, a googol is the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. The 100-year flood is a term used by the Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA to describe a flood that has a 1 chance of occurring in any given year. The 100th episode of a television series is often considered a milestone and may feature special guest appearances, storylines, or events. The 100 Islands National Park in the Philippines is named for its 120 small islands and islets, but there are actually over 1,700 islands and islets in the area. The number 100 is a square number, as it is equal to 10 squared to 10x 10 100. In Roman numerals, the number 100 is represented by the letter C, which stands for centum in Latin. The ancient Greeks considered 100 to be a hecatonid, which means 100 of anything. For example, a hecatonid of soldiers would be 100 soldiers. In the decimal system, which is based on powers of 10, the number 100 is considered a milestone. It is the first 3-digit number and signifies the completion of the first century. The number 100 is used to represent perfection or completeness in many cultures. For example, in Jewish tradition, the term bat mitzvah refers to a girl reaching the age of 12 and becoming accountable for her own actions. Similarly, the term centenarian is used to refer to someone who has lived to be 100 years old. The symbol for the element fermium in the periodic table is Fm, which is derived from the University of California, Berkeley, where it was discovered in 1952 by a team of scientists who bombarded 238 with neutrons to create a new element with an atomic number of 100. The game 100 ball is a variant of pool played on a small table with 10 balls, numbered 1 to 10, and each of 10 different colors. The objective of the game is to pocket all 100 balls in the fewest number of shots possible. The 100 Islands National Park is a protected area in the Philippines that features 120 small islands and islets scattered across the Lingayen Gulf. It is a popular tourist destination known for its crystal clear waters, coral reefs, and limestone formations. The 100 Years' War was a series of conflicts fought between England and France from 1337 to 1453. It was actually a series of wars interrupted by periods of peace, but the name 100 Years' War has persisted in popular culture. Finally, 100 is a commonly used round number that is often celebrated with parties and special events. For example, many people celebrate their 100th birthday with a centenarian party to mark the occasion. The Richter scale, which measures the magnitude of earthquakes, is logarithmic, meaning that a quake with a magnitude of 6.0 is 10 times stronger than a quake with a magnitude of 5.0. And a quake with a magnitude of 7.0 is 100 times stronger than a quake with a magnitude of 5.0. The iconic Hollywood sign in Los Angeles, California, originally read Hollywood when it was erected in 1923, The sign was changed to Red Hollywood in 1949, and it cost $21,000 to remove the last four letters. In ancient Rome, a centurion was a professional officer of the Roman army who commanded a group of 100 soldiers. The movie The 100-Foot Journey is a 2014 film directed by Lasse Hallström and starring Helen Mirren. It tells the story of an Indian family who opens a restaurant in a small French village. The tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, is 828 meters or 17 feet tall, which is over 100 stories high. In Greek mythology, the Hecate were giant creatures with 100 arms and 50 heads who helped the Olympian gods in their battle against the Titans. The 100 Islands National Park in the Philippines covers an area of approximately 16.76 square miles or 43.35 square kilometers. The 100 Days Offensive was a series of military operations during World War I that led to the eventual defeat of Germany. In the U.S. Senate, the filibuster is a parliamentary procedure in which a senator can speak for an unlimited amount of time to delay or prevent a vote on a bill. It takes 60 votes to end a filibuster and move forward with a vote. A perfect score of 100 is awarded in many competitive activities such as figure skating, gymnastics, and beauty pageants. The centenarian population of people over the age of 100 is increasing worldwide, with Japan having the highest number of centenarians per capita. The United States has a 100-mile wilderness in Maine, which is a remote stretch of forest that is mostly undeveloped and without roads. In 2013, scientists discovered a planet called Kepler-22 that is located approximately 600 light-years away from Earth and is about to point 4 times the size of Earth. Its year is about 190 days long. The 100 Islands National Park in the Philippines is home to various marine creatures, including dolphins, sea turtles, and dugongs. In 2020, Time magazine named Kamala Harris as one of its 100 most influential people in the world for her groundbreaking election as the first female, Black, and South Asian Vice President of the United States. The fastest recorded serve in tennis is 163.7 miles per hour at 163.4 kilometers per hour, achieved by Australian tennis player Samuel Groth in 2012. A square with sides of length 100 units has a diagonal length of approximately 141 point per unit. In numerology, the number 100 represents the concepts of completion, fulfillment, and satisfaction. The song 100 Years by Five for Fighting reflects on the passage of time and the milestones that people reach throughout their lives. The Celsius and Fahrenheit temperature scales intersect at exactly 40 degrees, which means that 40 degrees Celsius is equivalent to 40 degrees Fahrenheit.